next the whole of this week for Excel. Okay. Yeah, it's for you people. So yeah, the same what's it called? So you have the rest of this week on Excel. So after showing you as you're doing, you can be asking me questions, okay? But join up the class so that you get the basics and do the right thing. Yeah, so you guys should join up. Let's start. Yeah, so are you guys able to join? Okay. Yes, okay, so we're gonna start. Who is connected? Okay. If you don't have any system and you are not sure you're connecting, please get to his back. If you don't have any system and you're not sure you're connecting, get to his back. Yes, okay, so we're gonna start. Who is connected? Okay. If you don't have any system and you're not sure you're connecting, please get to his back. Who can use this one to join? If you don't have any system and you're not join, so get. Yes, okay, so we're gonna start. You know how to join. Who is connected? Okay. And if you don't have any system and you're not sure you're connected. Noah, put your speaker on mute. Noah. Yes, okay, so we're gonna start. Noah, put your stuff on mute. One fact, I put them for the Noah. Noah. You're not yet on mute. Noah. Put your stuff. No, bring your phone here. Let me put it on. No, bring your phone here. Yes, hello and welcome. Let's start our Excel class today. So to do this, I'm quickly gonna share my screen. Okay, my screen is shared. You remember yesterday, please can we see my screen there? Yesterday, we talked about Microsoft Excel. We said that Microsoft Excel is an accounting software. It's a professional spreadsheet that we can use in creating charts. And we can also put formulas. It helps us to do a whole lot of work. And we say that each Excel file is consisting of rows and columns. And that there are about 16,384 rows. And we also have about 256 columns. So those are what we have. And this is Excel 1, which is the Excel that we did the first day, yesterday. So we're going to be able to look at, this is the Excel 1. So it's telling us that there are how many columns? 256 columns. If you continue counting this down, it did not start from A to Z. It has A to Z, plenty things. Then these are rows. We have up to how many? We have up to 16,384. Then each where the column intersects with the row is known as a cell. And you can always see the cell name here. You can see this is H10, meaning that this is H, this is 10. This is called the cell reference, H10. So those are the things we looked at. And we also say that in an Excel, you have what we call worksheet. If you click here, you're going to have another worksheet. This is sheet 1, click again, sheet 2. So you can right click to rename or delete a worksheet that you don't want. So to delete, I simply right click and say what? Delete. And I'm going to also do what? Delete this. So yesterday we were able to work on this. And we said that to work on that, we simply looked at exhibit example. This is what they told us to build. And to build it, we had to follow these steps one by one. We opened an Excel file, deleted worksheet 2 and 3. And that's what we did here. Deleted worksheet 2 and 3. There were 2 and 3 here. So we deleted the both of them. Then after deleting, we'll right-click on the worksheet 1 and renamed it to Coral, as it is in the instruction here. So we now set the column width and row height. So we did this yesterday. Please check out our yesterday class so that you can follow this through. So today we're going to do a different thing. And this is the next exercise, exercise 2. This is what we're looking at. So you're supposed to prepare this as it is now. So with the skills of what we did in the first time, you should be able to prepare this. And to prepare this, I already have it prepared down. And that is exercise 2, which is this. So I'm going to go through this very formula, these instructions to do what? To fill up what is here. So we're going to be learning how to insert Excel formula. That's what we're going to be learning today. So let's get started. Let's get started. So the first thing says, create worksheet shown above, which I've done and which I know all of you know how to create this worksheet. So you can create your own without putting this dotted line. Just create the normal worksheet. That's what you would have typed. So that's the first thing you do. Then the second thing says, set the column width appropriately. If you are not told, given a specific instruction on how to set the column width, you know, to set the width, you click here and say column width. And if it is 30, this is 19.5, so I can simply put 20 as the column width. But if you are told to set appropriately, what they just mean is that you should use this drag button, this drag handle to place it well, making sure that all the contents are inside the cell appropriately. So having done that, the next thing they say you should do is to do what? Enter a formula to find sales price. That is what you're told to do. Enter a formula to find what? Sales price. And the formula simply says sales price is equal to list price minus discount. So the formula simply says what? Sales price is equal to what? List price minus discount. So how do you insert a formula in Excel? That's what we're learning. How to insert a formula in Excel. So to do that, click on where you want to insert the formula, which is sales price. press the equal to, because they told you sales price is equal to list price. Click the first list price, which is here, 800. Then press minus. Then discount, the first discount, which is this. You see? My screen? That what? You're not seeing my screen? Okay, no, it's your network. If it's not moving, then your network is poor. It's moving everywhere. Are you joining on the phone as well? If you are joining on an Apple, your own is moving back, so it's your network that is poor. So, like I said, for you to put a formula, you must press the equal to first. Then after the equal to, then you say that sales price is equal to what? List price. So you click on the first list price minus you click on the first discount, which is the formula. Then you press the enter key. It does it. So you should know that 800 minus 100 is 700. So that's how you insert formula. So I'm going to right click on this in formula that I've inserted and paste it down across. So that is how you do that. So I'm going to quickly get back to this again. The next one says enter a formula for sales tax. So you're looking now for sales tax. And the formula says sales tax is equal to sales price times 0.05. So where is your sales tax? This is sales tax. So you click on the first one, which is where you're inputting the formula. After you can copy and paste on the rest. So you put equal to what? Sales price times. You should know this is the times the asterisk 0.05. So that is the formula. You press the enter key, then you copy it, the first one, then you press across the rest of them. So that is how you do that. Then we're going to enter another formula. And that formula says what? Total price. And total price is equal to what? Sales price plus sales tax. So I get back to this place. This is total price. And it's simply equal to what? Sales price plus. You press the plus button, sales tax. Then you press the what? Enter key. Then you can simply do what? Copy, select across, and do what? Paste. So with this, I believe everybody can do this very simply. So the other instructions say what? Set the column width alignment appropriately, create header and footer. So we're going to try to create header and footer. So to create header and footer, you simply click on insert. Can you see insert? It's here in the menu bar. So once you click on the insert, you're going to see header and footer. This is it here, header and footer. So click on it. Once you click on it, you'll see spaces where you can write. So it says on the left-hand corner, what are you expected to type? You're expected to type in the word, your name. In the middle, you put the date. Then the other side, you put your ID. So how am I going to do that? My name is what? I'm going to simply put Augustine Emeka. Then I'm going to put the date here. What's today's date? 18th of what? August of what? 2020. Then my ID, let me pick ID of 001. So that's how you go about that. If you want to put footer, you can also click you can see footer here, click on it. So what footer are you putting? I'm just putting page 1 footer. So you can see it here, it's now page 1 written here. You can also change it to whatever you want. So I can change this footer to Tclassified.com. And that's about it. So that is how you can do this manipulation and save as Excel 2. So save as what? Excel 2. So to save, you simply click on File, then click on what? Save as. So a dialog box will pop up. So type in Excel 2. So this is where you save as what? Excel 2. That's the name. Then I click the and save. So that's about that, how to manipulate your Excel efficiently and appropriately. So I'm going to quickly move down to a very important aspect of this Excel. I'll allow the new people that started today to practice what I just did now. Then for the benefits of people that have been learning before, that's where I'm moving to now. But you can also follow up because what I'm teaching is so simple that you can understand. So I'm going to quickly go down to, I want to take out VLOOKUP and HLOOKUP. That's what I want to teach you guys. So this practice is teaching us what? What's it teaching us? VLOOKUP or HLOOKUP? Okay, this is HLOOKUP. So this one teaches us HLOOKUP. H simply means horizontal lookup. And V simply means vertical lookup. V simply means what? Vertical lookup. So lookup is so interesting. Have you ever checked the back of your WAEC result? Who has taken WAEC here and have gotten the original result, not the one you print out from the internet, the one that you get from your school after some time? When you're graduated, like 2 years after, you go back to your school and they give you your WAEC result, the original certificate. Have you looked at the back? Or who has gotten a transcript after doing university? You get a transcript. Nobody. Nobody has original. Fortunately, you don't have the original WAEC certificate. Okay, when you look at the back of your original certificate, you're going to see some keys. Those keys are going to say A is 70 and above, isn't it? B is what? 60 to 70, isn't it? C is what? 50 to 60, isn't it? Like that. They classified it like that. The key is going to be down. Then up is where you now have your result. So that if you have up to A, they will give you A, isn't it? So you have your key, then you have the main result. The main result is assigning A and B to you, depending on what you get based on the keys. Is that clear? So you're comparing two tables and assigning values. And that's the kind of thing you do with V and H lookup. And those are things we're going to be practicing now. You can use it to prepare a simple result like your WAEC result and your NECO result. That's what they use in preparing it, so that it will be automatic. They don't need to go and be writing A, B, C, D or distinction. Is that clear? Once you make 70 and they write 70 there, it will auto-populate the distinction and A for you. Is that clear? So that they don't have to be doing it one by one. And that's what VLOOKUP can do for you. You can also use it to prepare a tax system. You can use it to prepare what? Tax system. So that when you say that somebody makes a social amount of money in a year, automatically the VLOOKUP or HLOOKUP should put the amount of tax the person should pay, because there is already a key table. And we're going to look at this. So to understand this, let's look at this diagram. Can we look at this? What is the name of this? This is JJ Benny catalog cells. Is that clear? JJ Benny what? Catalog cells. So what two tables are we looking at? This is the main table where you want to fill in the value. Then you have another smaller table. Can you see the smaller table? Postage and sales rates. Can you see them? So this postage and sales rate is related to the main table because there is postage here, there is what? Tax rate here, there is sales rate here. But here we have only what? Zone, postage, and sales rate. So this bigger table also has zone, postage, and what? Tax rate. So what really happens is that for you to give the first number of this first postage, you have to first of all check it. If the zone is 1, what will be the postage? If zone is 1, the postage should be what? 4. Can you see it? The key is already telling us the value that whenever the zone is 1, the postage should be 4. So what am I supposed to write here? 4. If the zone is 3, which is the number 1, what will be the postage, class? Can you tell me what will put the postage? 5, because in the key is where it's in there. If the zone is 4, what will be the postage? 5.5. Is that clear? Also, if the zone is 1, what will be the sales rate? 0.08, isn't it? So the key already tells you this. But you're going to use what we call HLOOKUP or VLOOKUP to insert this formula or to insert these values automatically. Is that clear? So let's say now this is for cat 1, blah, blah, blah. Let's say that this cat number is for OB Joshua. Adebumi, Solabe, all the names of all the students. Do you need to be putting this postage and this will be their distinction and their A1? Are you going to be putting it one by one with your hand? And as you're having more students, are you going to still put them one by one? It's going to be very cumbersome for you. But once you insert a VLOOKUP formula inside these two, it's going to auto-populate and put those and go. It will go to this table and be searching. Just the way you're searching and putting, it will do it for you. And that's what we're going to be learning today, how to use VLOOKUP to fill in all these spaces. So I'm going to open up this very one. This is exercise what, class? What exercise is this? JJ Benny catalog. What exercise? Is that what? No, it's not 3. 10, exercise 10. So I'm going to go to my exercise 10 and I'll open it up. Okay. So this is how exercise 10 is. Just open it up and follow up. If you're having the book, you will see what I'm doing. Are we there? If you're there, let me know. Okay. So we're looking at H lookup. That's what we are looking at. Horizontal lookup. After that, we'll look at VLOOKUP, but two of them are having the same formula. Once you understand it, you understand the other one. Are we clear on this? Okay. So I'm going to go to the instructions. They say create the worksheet above and rename it to zone, which I believe that you have done. So this is the worksheet. So I should rename it to what zone? So I just simply right click here and say rename and put what? Zone. That's how you rename. So it's now zone. So what's the next thing I should do? The next instruction say using H lookup, find postage based on zone. Using H lookup, find what? Postage based on zone. So I get back. So I'm going to use H lookup and find postage based on zone. These are postages. These are all zones. So if the zone is 1, postage should be what? 4. If the zone is 3, postage should be what? 5. If the zone is 2, postage should be what? 4.5. You understand? But I want all this to be filled in automatically for me using HLOOKUP. So how do you put HLOOKUP? I simply click here. Now go to what? Insert formulas or go to formulas. If you go to formulas, you can click on any of these formulas to add. So let's say I go to recently used and click on insert function. Can you see it down? Insert function. Then most recently used, that's what is picked here, but I'm going to change it to all so that I can see all the formulas. So I will scroll down because I know what I'm looking for. And what am I looking for? H lookup. I'm going to scroll down to H. And once I'm there, I'm going to see H lookup. Then I click on it and I click on OK. So it's going to bring out everything that I need to insert this formula. So the first thing that is asking me is what? Look up value. What value do I want to look up? So for you to understand this formula, I'm going to open up a screen for you. So this is what this is for VLOOKUP, and this is for HLOOKUP. So this is similar to what we are having. This is the main table, and this is the key table where you're getting from. So you can see in the formula, after the equal to an HLOOKUP, what first thing did you see? C2. And C2 is simply where you're looking at, what you're looking at, and that is what they ask you. So that is what you put there, which is the first of the column that you're looking for. So I'm going to go back to my file. So what is going to be my lookup value, my brothers and sisters? It's going to be the what? D what? 4, isn't it? It's going to be D4. Is that what I'm looking for? Is it D4? I'm going to open up this again. Can you see that? Who can tell me? Somebody should tell me what I'm looking out for. Look up value. What do we want to look up? Class, what do we want to look up? We want to look up the zone so that we can get the postage. Isn't it? Is it? Somebody who is there? Want to look up the zone so that we can get the postage. So I'm going to click on the first zone. Can you see where my cursor is? So I'll click on it. So it has selected it. C what? 4. Then the next thing I'm going to put is the table array. The next thing I'm going to put is the what? Table array. So I'm going to go back to this again so that you understand it much better. So the table array here, what's the table array? B10 to what? E11. So this is B10 to what? E11. Can you see that? B10 to E11. And that is simply telling you the content of the what? Key table. The content of the what? Key table. So I'm going to go back, click on this. So what is the content of the key table? If you want to select it, simply come and click here. Can you see where my cursor is? So I'll click here because I want to go in and select it. This is the content. So I'm going to do what? Select it. So that's what we are looking at. You can just select it to the whole. Did you see what I just did? So you press the what? Enter key, or you just press back here. So that table is selected. That's the table array that you're looking out for. Is that clear? Then the next one is what? Row index number. What is the index number of the row that you're looking at? Who can tell me the index number of the row you're looking at? For you to understand it much better, I'm going to also go back to here. The row index number here is 2. Why? Because you're looking for rates from zone. Zone is 1. The row zone is 1, whereas the row for rate is what? 2. So if we get back to our work, we're going to see that if I take this to one side, the zone is still what? Row 1. The postage is what? Row 2. And the sales tax is row 3. So which row am I picking? Which row am I picking? Which one am I looking for? Postage. So it should be row what? 2. So I'm going to put what? 2 here. And finally, on the range lookup, just type in false. Just type in what? False. So once you do that, you see the answer has already come out. You can see equal to 4, telling you that it has picked 4. So once you click on OK, begin, you see the answer comes out 4, because at zone 1, postage is 4. Zone 1, postage is 4. Are we clear on that? I'm going to go through this again so that we can understand it much better. Do I go through it again? Okay, so I'm going to do what? I'm going to delete this back again so that we can go through it again. So like I said, in doing VLOOKUP or HLOOKUP, there are always 2 tables. There are always how many tables? One is the key table that has everything. Is that clear? Then the other is the table that you want to populate from the key table. Are we clear on that? So now you go to where you want to populate first. We want to get postage. That's why we click on postage first. And once we do that, we'll go to formulas. If you click on recently used formula, you're going to see your HLOOKUP because you just finished using it. So I'll click on HLOOKUP. Then this dialog box will come and ask me, what do I want to look up? That's the first thing. I say I want to look up zone because these are zones in order to find postage. And that's why I'm clicking up. This is the first one I want to look up. I click on it. It will automatically put the cell reference, which is C4. Then I go to table array, where I need to pick the table where it will look to see the answer. So I told you I click here. I will now come and pick up this table. Can you see this table? Don't put the label, so only the actual value. Once I pick it, I say what? I press enter again. Isn't it? If you want to make this table to be universal and be better, you can also press F4. Where is my F4? Let me see. Let me see. F4 to do this. Okay. I'll show you this later, please. But just do this. What's the row index? Who can tell me what the row index is? Row index now is the row that you're looking at, which I say you come to the key table. This is row number 1 zone. Row number 2 is postage, and that's what you're looking for. So put 2. Then lookup range, just put what? False. Then press the what? Okay. Then that is it. Did we get it this time? Okay, everybody got it this time. But I'm still going to modify the formula to make it more robust. But that's the basic logic. Did you get the basic logic? Is it clear? So with that, we can simply put the sales rate back. Can we put the sales tax? So let's do the sales tax. If I click here now, what do I do? Recently used, head lookup. Lookup value is what? I go here and click. We are looking at zone. What's the table array? I'll click here to pick the table array. This is the table array. I picked it. What's the next thing? Row index. What would be the row index for this one? What? 3 now. So I put what? 3. And lastly, I put what? False. Then I press on the what? Enter key. You see it has already picked 0.08. Yeah, it must be false for what we are doing. So you can see that it's very simple. So how do we find tax rate and total sales? When you get back to the instruction, tax rate is simply price times tax rate. Total sales is simply price plus postage plus tax rate. So to find the tax is equal to what? Price times what? Tax rate, isn't it? So if I get back to find the tax rate, I say what? Equal to, isn't it? Price. So I click on price, then I press what? Times. Times what? Huh? Tax rate, which is this one. Okay, let me get back to this. The instruction says sales tax is equal to price times what? Tax rate. That means what we are supposed to have here is tax rate against zone. So what we are supposed to have here is tax rate against zone. So I don't know why you have sales tax. Obina, why did you have sales tax here? You typed rubbish for me. Okay. So this is supposed to be what? Tax rate. This is supposed to be what? So I'm gonna just quickly delete this. This was typed wrongly. This is supposed to be tax rate. Sales tax rate, okay? But you just typed only what? Sales tax. So that was the problem. So it's supposed to be what? Sales tax rate. That's what we're supposed to have. Okay. So take note. In that case, we are supposed to have this one before this one, isn't it? So we are supposed to delete this out from here. It's not supposed to be here. This is where we're supposed to input our formula. So tax rate is what? We'll go to where? Recently used. Edge lookup. What's the lookup value? The first zone. What's the table array? We'll click here. Pick out the table array. What's the row index? 3. And what is the range? False. So once you have that, you click. You can see it's still bringing it out. That's what you're supposed to have. Then search tax is supposed to now be what? Equal to what? Price, isn't it? So I click on price. This is price times what? Tax rate, which is this one. Then I press the enter key, it comes out. Can you see that? Then what is total sales? We get back. Total sales is equal to what? Price plus postage plus tax rate. So I'm going to go back, pick this up. Total sales equal to what? Price plus what? Postage plus what? Huh? Is it tax rate or sales tax? So I'm going to go back. Tax rate. I hope you use tax rate. Good. So this is tax rate here. So I click here. So I press the enter key, it does it. Are we clear on this? So we're going to just copy them individually and paste across. Are we clear on that? So with that, we'll move straight to, I said I'm going to show us something later, but let's quickly move over to H lookup. Let's quickly move over to what? V lookup, so that we can see that the formula put in is the same thing. Are you on this exercise? What exercise is this, class? Huh? 10, but this person gave me this as 11. Okay, let me open up 9. Okay, this is 9, okay? And this is what we are going to be learning the hash lookup with. So can you show me the 2 tables that we have? Are you seeing the 2 tables? Huh? You're seeing it back? So this is the main table, Abby. Huh? And this is the key. And this is exactly what I told you that you can see in your WAEC result. Once you get your original WAEC certificate, turn the back, you're going to see this A distinction, blah, 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 the way it is written. Then from there, they are able to fix in the results. So that's what they do. So H lookup, you can use it for that. And you can see that we used it for tax. The one we did before was for tax calculation. You understand? This is for results, assigning grade. You can use it to assign grade. So to do this, I'm going to quickly go to, this is what we are looking at, but I'll go to the instructions. So these are the instructions. Say create the worksheet, name it what? Oscar, name grade, find commission, blah, 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 blah. So I'm going straight to VLOOKUP because I believe that you can do most things here. So using VLOOKUP, find position based on what? Grade. Find position based on grade. Very, very simple. So you get back. So these are what? Positions. These are grades. Where are my grades? These are my positions. You understand? So based on the grade, these are the grades. A, B, C, D are the grades. Positions are the what? Senior, blah, blah, blah. Just the way you have your A, B, C, D and you have your distinction, blah, blah, blah. So I'm going to be looking up this. So what do I do first, class? Tell me what to do first now from what you just learned. What should I do first? Huh? No. Recently use is the second thing that you do. What's the first thing? Look on the cell where you want to work on. You want to get position. That's what you're told. This is the instruction simply said was find position based on grade. So you quickly go to what? Quickly go to what? Position. This is position. Is that clear? So you want to find these positions. You want to fill up this position column from your what? Grade column. So you now go to VLOOKUP. So how do you go to VLOOKUP? If I click on my recently used, there's no VLOOKUP here yet. So I go to what? Insert functions. So if I get to insert functions, I'm going to click on this and select all because I want to see all the formulas. So if I scroll down, I'm going to see VLOOKUP. I'm going to see what V. So V should be down, down, down. So once I go down to V, I can see VLOOKUP. So I click on it and click OK. So it will ask me just the same thing. Lookup value. What value am I looking up? Grade, the first grade, isn't it? I click on it. Then the next thing is what? Table array. Just the same way. So I click here to go and select my table array. And I told you you have to select the actual table containing what you want, not the table level. Then click here. Then what's the next thing? Column index. Which column am I looking for? So you have what? If I click here to go back to select it, this is column 1, this is column 2, and this is what I'm looking for. So it should be 2. So I type what? 2. Then go back. Then finally I type what? False, like we normally do, false. If you type it, it's already bringing senior for you because A should be what? Senior. That's what we have here. Is that clear? So this is very, very simple. So I'm going to go through it again. I'm going to click here and do what? Delete. So go through it again. You are told to find position based on what? Grade. So I go to the first position, bargain. Once I'm there, I go to what? Recently used. I should be able to see now my VLOOKUP. Then lookup value, what am I looking up for? Grade to find position. So I click here. Table array. I click here to go and select my table. Then I press this again to come back. What's the column index? Is what? This is 1 and this is 2. So I put what? 2. Column index, you're looking at the key table. That's where we are selecting that from. Then finally, I type in what? False. So once I do that, it does. So that's how to do VLOOKUP and HLOOKUP. And I'm going to sign off now, let you do it and learn it. Then I will show you the next thing I wanted to show you to make this look better. Thank you. God bless you.